Good day, everybody. My name is Ronnie Pangan, and together with my co-author, Dr. Jayak Shim, we are from the Graduate School of the University of Santo Tomas in Manila, Philippines. We'd like to present to you our study entitled Company Cost Fit and Liking FB Pages, a proposed model for CSR marketing communications. These are the contents of the study. And before starting, I'd like to share this quotation with everyone. Conducting your business in a socially responsible way is good business. It means you can attract better employees and the customers will know what you stand for and like you for it. For the abstract, marketing messages in CSR are major tools utilized by enterprises to show their genuine concern towards customers in the COVID-19 pandemic. This study focuses on two forms of CSR marketing communications, namely cost-related marketing or CRM and cost sponsorship or CS. The focus of this research is about how CRM and CS Facebook posts of their organization and their company cost fit impacted customer response, specifically liking or joining company pages. For the introduction, and Harris in 2020 stated that the COVID-19 pandemic has provided businesses with a better opportunity of a change in the direction of the true CSR. The current research focuses on two aspects of CSR marketing communication, CRM and CS, that are often used in web-based media contexts. Considering the COVID-19 pandemic, it is contrasted and studied how company costs fit of CRM and CS impact a customer response, that is, liking or connecting FB pages. For the scopes and limitations, this study discusses the effects of an online consumer response, which is liking on FB pages on the company cost fit of CSR marketing communications in Facebook. It includes 10 firms from Philippine Stock Exchange Index, 30 largest traded companies in 2019. The study would concentrate on the CSR marketing messages published within a 6-month span on FB and that's from March 2020 and August 2020. Subjects 13 to 17 and those over 65 years old were not included in this report. Cost-related marketing is a promotional activity by a company that endorses a social or charitable cause, usually as a bundle or a tie-in to their service and goods. This is a promotional tool in which the profit of a business are shared with a cause organization. Cost sponsorship is an initiative that encourages monetary and product contribution for a company for a certain time frame, usually by the brand being announced as the official supporter of the cause. That's by June 2011. Company cost fit is defined as the perceived compatibility of a social problem with an enterprise. Company cost fit strengthens a customer understanding of the company and dramatically increases the purchase instance. That is by Gupta and Pierce in 2016. Liking Facebook pages is a common success indicator on Facebook for many companies. Consumers hit like and consent to notifications from their news page into the Facebook profile of the group by Gingrich in 2015. For theoretical framework, we actually use two theories here, which are the impression management and hierarchy of effects model. Enterprises are using impression management methods to manage their reputation and increase their customers' favorable images are required to embrace open or covert culture impression management principles by Essen and Osogun in 2018. The model of hierarchy of effects claims that customers do not turn from disinterested individuals to convince customers immediately. Customers, on the other hand, utilize a multi-stage mechanism in which the purchase is really just the final part of the transaction. For the grammatic framework, we start off with the Facebook users who are exposed to the CSR posts on FB, and there are two: cost-related marketing communications and their company cost fit, and cost sponsorship communications company cost fit. And after being exposed to that, there will be an influence of CRM post to the consumer intention, which is liking or joining brand page. And it's the same thing with the CS post. After that, we'd like to come up with a model for companies to use when creating CRM or CSFB posts with company cost fit to increase the likelihood of liking or joining brand pages during the COVID-19 pandemic. The current study predicts the CRM contact instead of CS communication will encourage more desirable market reactions in FB goods in comparison to the past analysis on the prevailing impact of overt strategies over implicit strategies on the theory of impression management by Zhong et al. 2013. In this analysis, the model takes into consideration one positive finding from the CSR response from consumers, namely the recognition of customer company participants. That the results of customers are based on three solutions: cognitive, affective, and connotative. The hierarchy of effects model, which is actually the hierarchy of effects model. The action of liking FB page is in the cognitive stage. That is by Byroom in 2014. For hypothesis, we have three. HO1, as used in Facebook marketing communications or CSR during COVID-19, no statistically significant discrepancy exists between CRM and CS posts. For HO2, there is no significant impact on the intentions of customers to the business with respect to liking brand pages of CRM and CS posts on Facebook since the pandemic on COVID-19. For HO3, the CSR company cost fit does not direct the effects of CSR marketing communication forms on customers' decisions to like or join the company's FB page. In this study, exploratory research was explicitly used. Research design will define variations between variables by descriptive correlation analysis. Descriptive correlation experiments identify the factors and the association between them generally. First of all, CRM company cost fit was contrasted to CS company cost fit to assess the statistically meaningful variability in the COVID-19 pandemic. Second, CRM and CS company cost fit was measured in an independent variable to assess if there is a meaningful interaction between the sites, and the variable is the intention to like or enter brand sites. For sampling, the 10 organizations mentioned has been chosen intentionally on the basis of 5 principles. Number 1, the appearance of all CSR marketing communications, both CRM and CS on Facebook, which are linked to the COVID-19 pandemic. Second, posts must be rendered between March 1, 2020 and August 31, 2020, which is over a 6-month period. Third, high-quality updates are posted, which means that a CSR communicator created the message. Fourth, the position CRM and CS must be distinguishable. The post must be distinguishable and quickly recognizable as CRM and CS entries. And lastly, to meet a good portrayal of the sectors in the Philippines, businesses must come from different industries. And these are the top 10 selected companies in the Philippines, which are Ayala Corporation, Alliance Global Group, DMCI Holdings, Petron, SM Investments, Aboitiz Equity Ventures, BDO Unibank, Jollibee Foods Corporation, Manila Electric Company, and finally PLDT. For sampling procedure, the samples of the participants in the quantitative analysis will be determined with the Cochrane formula. So in short, there are 272 respondents in the measured sample size. A stratified sampling methodology was adapted to randomly chosen survey subjects. Active users of FB between 18 to 64 were targeted. Users visiting Facebook are called frequent users if they visit Facebook at least once a month. For the research instrument, for the quantitative analysis, a questionnaire method was used for the experimental study. And as a consequence of the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic, the study was impossible to perform in person. So a Google survey would be carried. One post each of the CRM and CS Facebook updates of the 10 companies selected were shown to the respondents. Now, the respondents to the survey were 272 randomly chosen FB users from ages 18 to 64. For data collection, the research will perform online experimental analysis with the implementation of two between subjects design system CSR marketing type CRM and CS by two CSR, brand fit, presence or the lack of it, communications. In this experiment, 272 FB users were split into two categories. The first category, 136 FB users, will view and analyze CRM posts only, while the other half viewed the CS posts. Each of the 10 CSR posts was viewed, and then the respondents were asked to complete the survey forms afterwards. For results and discussions, let's start with the difference between CRM and CS in terms of liking and joining brand pages. Now, Table 3 indicates a major gap in liking and joining FB pages between CRM and CS. The result of the test is a p-value of 0, which is less than 0.05. The average CRM is 3,501.52, greater than 2,979.48 for CS. This shows that relative to CS, CRM has a greater effect on liking and joining FB pages. Now, for checking the important connection between CRM and company cost fit and liking joining FB pages, Table 4 reveals that the outcome is 0.698, which shows a good and positive association between company cost fit and the liking of FB accounts. The p-value is 0, which suggests that the company cost fit and liking FB sites are strongly linked. This implies that the company cost fit would also improve as FB liking pages improves as well. Now, for checking the importance of connection between CS company cost fit and liking joining FB pages, Table 5 shows that the result for value is 0.675, indicate that there is a moderately strong positive correlation between CS company cost fit and liking. Now, the p-value is also 0, that indicates that there is a significant relationship between CS company cost fit and liking joining FB pages. Now, this indicates that if liking FB pages increase, company cost fit will increase as well. For the result of the hypothesis, all three hypotheses were rejected. Okay? HO1 state that there is statistically no significant difference between CRM and CS posts. And since the data above prove that there is no significant difference between the posts, the decision is to reject HO1. HO2 knows that no substantial impact on company cost fit on CRM and CS post on liking. Since the data indicates that there's no substantial correlation, the decision is to ignore HO2. HO3 explains that the CSR company cost fit would not influence customers' intention through the impact of CSR marketing communication. Now, the data provided shows that the company cost fit indeed influences liking. Therefore, the recommendation is to ignore HO3 as well. For proposed models for CRM and CS, this is for the CRM company cost fit and liking. The p-value at 0 for CRM is less than the 0.5 terms of significance, which is demonstrated in Table 6. This indicates the company cost fit and liking of CRM's organization are significant and positive. The proposed model here is company cost fit is equal to 0.992 plus 0.743 multiplied by liking. The model proposed indicates that the company cost fit increases from 0.743 to or 74.3%, which each unit rise of the liking joining FB accounts or 99.2% increase. For CS company cost fit and liking, the model proposed indicates that the company cost fit increases 74.3 with each unit rise of liking, which is 99.2. This indicates that the relationship between company cost fit and liking of CS is direct. Company cost fit equal to 1.202 plus 0.682 multiplied by liking. So in the proposed model, it is claimed that the company cost fit is up from 68.2 from any unit growth in FB pages, in liking FB pages, which is 122.2%. The recommendation now is that CRM is superior in liking, is superior to CS in liking and joining FB pages and measuring significant difference between CRM and CS in the consumer responses of liking. The advice for businesses is to rely more on CRM, on social social networking sites like FB as a medium for CSR contact. Now, CRM usage during pandemic periods would enhance the sense of company cost fit and would make the instance of FB CRM viewers like to join the FB pages of the organization. The findings reveal that the variable has favorable association between the substantial ties between CRM and CS company cost fit and the consumer response that is like to like or join FB pages. As a conclusion, whether an organization wishes to use any of the two CS marketing messaging, company planners would certainly accept some genuine assistance from them. After all, CSR operations is designed to ensure real and genuine benevolence that gives the business a good reputation in order to maintain satisfaction of stakeholders. Now, with that, I'd like to thank you very much for listening to me. If you have any questions, please address all of your queries to my email address. That is ronnie.pangan.gs@ust.edu.ph. Again, thank you very much for your time.